What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause some volatility in the stock price, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Lucid did go down 1.39% on Friday because of the sell-off. But on the flip side, it did have a nice recovery near the tail end of the day right here. And it did also bounce off of a very strong support. So that could really stand to benefit for this upcoming week. Once again, based on the technicals, this week is conveniently going to be a very big technical driven week because there's only 2 data points to really watch for, both linked to consumers. One is Wednesday ADP non-farm employment. Forecast is 175,000. Second point is on Friday, and that is payroll. So in reality, those 2 data points could cause a little bit more of a disruption in the broader market, but in all honesty, a lot of the consumer data out of the States has been absolutely phenomenal. So there's no real reason to be concerned about that, in my opinion. So instantly people are going to correlate that, hopefully good data, with interest rate cuts once again. So that again could really fuel the broader market. And aside from that, like I already said, it's just going to be more of a technical driven week. So Lucid could stand to benefit from that. When it comes to Lucid, there hasn't been any recent news, nothing like that. They are still showcasing the gravity. So it looks like it's going to be at or in Pasadena today. Actually both Pasadena and also Oak Brook Center, so it's still going to be there. So yeah, I think that's generally a very good thing, good catalyst for Lucid, and so you might as well market it as much as possible. Speaking of marketing, there was a pretty kick-ass video that came out, and that is this right here. And so Lucid posted saying that I don't see any downside on this car, simply as that it's the best sedan in the world. So honestly, this is probably one of the best marketing things that you could ever do, because even it was posted 1 day ago and there's 545,000 views. And so this individual in the past, especially when he covered Fisker, like we all know what happened to Fisker, right? It went down the drain because of arguably his review. Some people might debate saying it's other external factors and he just kind of expedited it, but beside the point, he clearly has some push in the market. So by him saying, I'm going to play literally just 5 seconds or 10 seconds of the video, because just the beginning part right here, I feel like will already draw a lot of people to Lucid. So let me know your thoughts.
I really shouldn't be surprised by this at this point, but this car is incredible. So
honestly, just that, you already know just the mentality that he's going to have throughout the whole video. And so all in all, that should really help Lucid draw some investors. And like I've been saying, looking over here, stochastic is very overdone. So that does mean any good piece of news specific to Lucid, even though this isn't official news, it still is very good marketing. You will see a rush of value investors getting into Lucid. So I think in reality, that PR, that video, is going to really be the deciding factor for Lucid to propel it higher and hopefully above $3. So you should see a nice bump up in the stock price. Beside the point though, shorts have been somewhat hesitant about Lucid. So Friday, they ended up returning 95,000 shares. 27.57% of the free float is being shorted, and then utilization is 97.41. When it comes to the technicals, if Lucid is able to get over this $3, I feel like that is going to be a very strong pivot for shorts for them to return their shares. So I think it's just going to be largely based on that for this upcoming week. Looking at this right here for options, as I brought up, this is the open interest. Typically, Lucid has always struggled with a lot of the strong strike prices because market makers as well as shorts don't want Lucid to be above that. So for this upcoming week, so to encumber June the 7th, so that's the expiry date, you'll already do have 9,000 at the $3 strike price and then 2,000 at the $3.50, and you guys can see the rest. So it's not that big of a wall, 9,000. So if Lucid is able to have a nice push up because of, like I said, a lot of the external factors that's happening, then this is where you'll have market makers instantly covering some shares, and Lucid in theory should be free and clear to run up. We'll just have to wait and see what does happen obviously on Monday. But in my opinion, especially with everything that's coming out, a little bit more cautiously optimistic when it comes down to Lucid. And I don't know if this review will even prompt analysts giving upgrades. There hasn't been really any news or upgraded analyst ratings or anything like that. So they've been rather quiet, just waiting for rate cuts, because that in reality will be probably the next big thing for the whole EV sector. So let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said, this week is going to be more of a technical driven week. So with it at $2.84, it is trading between this R1 and this R2. As I said on my video on Friday, you really needed to watch for it to get above this R1, and lo and behold, it was able to stay above that. So 282 will be a very strong support. Vice versa, $2.97 will be the next strong resistance / target, and then right above that you will have that $3 self-made resistance point brought on by options. So that is going to be kind of very difficult, those 2 points. So this is why I said you do need a nice push up higher from institutions, and institutions have been paying attention to it. So these are some of the transactions that did occur on Friday. So in comparison to even the last several trading days, this already stands out. So this is from Thursday, so you have probably around 10. This one right here, you have about 6, 7 transactions. This is night and day different. So big money was getting in. And so, yeah, I think that's generally a good thing. Hopefully that momentum does continue forward into this week. And then that is where it can get past this 297. Looking on the actual chart itself, it has been holding, it's been fighting, and it is still staying in the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band. Over the last several trading days, very volatile, so it's kind of hit and misses somewhat. So it kind of briefly did break below that 50-day moving average right here, but it's been holding up like a champ. And that's why I've been saying a lot of the data points at the same time has been pointing that a breakout is coming. It just needs that nice extra push and confirmation from the broader market on a potential rate cut. Just looking right over here, you do see a consensus for it to be a cut in September for that meeting, September 18th. So around 47%. It was previously around 44 at the beginning of last week. So it is increasing slightly, and now 7.5 for obviously, like, was it 50 basis points? So that was non-existent as well. So I think in reality, September might be the month that we do get a rate cut, so we'll just have to wait and see. So that could really help Lucid as well as the broader market, but on the technicals, it's really doing good stuff. Stochastic, still very oversold, so you'll see a rush of value investors, no doubtably, for this week. And retail hasn't really been doing all that much on Friday, so they were kind of flat, but they have been slowly getting in since the 25th. So retail clearly has a sense that something big is coming. And for those of you that have been following Lucid for in excess of a couple of years, you know this price action right here is very abnormal. Normally it's very volatile, has 10-15% swings in either direction almost every single month, whereas this has been very controlled, insinuating something is different. So possibly a breakout once again. So this is where, once it gets over this $3 mark above this 100-day moving average, bigger and better things could be coming. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Where do you think Lucid is going to be by the end of this upcoming week? Do you think it's going to be above 3? Or do you think it's going to be sub 250, which is based on a lot of the puts, what they are anticipating? So what's your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And one final thing as well, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000. So this is a massive deal. Take advantage of this. The link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.